Hey, Colin here, aka the Mindset Guy, and in this video I'm going to show you how to find your G-spot so that you can experience multiple joygasms. You intrigued? Well, stay tuned. Okay, let's start by looking at what do I mean by a G-spot. So here is our G, there's the spot, and that spot represents that spot right there. So really it's the convergence of two deep human needs that we have and one virtue, and some would say it's the virtue of all virtues. So, and how do we know when we're in our G-spot, sweet spot, so to speak? Well, it's when we experience that lovely warm glow, when we're releasing dopamine and serotonin and endorphin, and we use words like joyful, happy, contented, fulfilled. So when we're in our G-spot, sweet spot, that's what we experience more of. And I'd like you to validate this model as we go through it. Check out each of the G around your own experiences and your own feelings. So let's start off with the first one. The first one is a human need to grow, to develop, to expand. And I'm going to use an analogy of fruit. So, you know, fruit is either ripening, and if it stops ripening and growing, it starts dying. And we're no different. There is no in between. We're either growing or we're dying, no in between. So the mindset down here, the attitude down here very much is, this is the way I am, it's always been this way, there's nothing I can do about it. And this end is very much a belief that learning is the beginning of something better. Better health, better wealth, better relationships, better lifestyle. So I can grow in capacity, I can grow in understanding, I can grow in capability. So it's very much an improvement mentality versus a maintenance mentality. So you're somewhere on this scale. Think about where you are, think of your experience. Now over here, let's look at this quote, the Zen proverb, and that is, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. 4 key words, when the student is ready. So being a student of life, a student of experience. So students are open-minded, you know, they can be, not always, but they can be open-minded, ready to learn. The opposite of a student is an expert. And then we've got is ready. A state of readiness is really important. The teacher. Now teachers come in many guises. A teacher could be the beggar on the street that's asking for money. They could teach you about compassion. It could be when a child is driving you insane, they can teach you about patience. It could be even a bird flying in the sky, an eagle or something, can teach you about vision and perspective. So teachers come in many guises. Experiences we have are often our best teachers, if we allow them to be. The teacher will appear. So they'll only appear when we're putting our attention and seeking the wisdom that can come from a teacher. But maybe there's more teachers than we give credit for because we're not paying attention. So a key Zen proverb. So how can we improve in this area so that we get a sense that we're growing and we're expanding and we're improving rather than dying? Well, first thing we can ask ourselves at the end of each day, how has the teacher appeared today? Which is a really insightful question. Just think about, how has the teacher appeared for you today? Set goals. This is why the last 2 videos are all about setting goals, because the value of setting a goal is not what you get, it's who you become in the achievement of that goal. The goal can be taken away, but who you've become stays with you. And then lastly, do something that scares you. We're all guilty, me included, of staying inside our comfort zones. So find ways of getting outside your comfort zone. Do things that scare you. And that's a way then of improving and experiencing more growth. What about the second G? The second G is all about giving, a deep emotional need to contribute, to give back to something bigger than ourselves, to get beyond ourselves. And it's beautifully put by Gandhi here. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Now we've got selfish to selfless. Selfish is very much a me world. My needs, my wants, my problems, and I'm not trivializing problems. Sometimes we've got some shit we need to deal with. But when someone that's stuck down here, it's a very selfish place to be. It's a very, all about me place to be. Whereas up this end here is much more selfless. It's much more, this is ego, this is heart. It's much more about the other perspective. It's much more about we. It's much more about making a difference, leaving a legacy. You know, someone that's coming from a belief system up here will have the belief that when I take my last breath, the world will be a better place because of my existence. So you're somewhere on that scale right now. You know, you can give yourself a score of where are you between the two. So how can we improve? How can we contribute more? How can we give back? How can we make a difference? Well, there's only really 4 resources that we all have. That's money, time, expertise, energy, and effort. And it's how we organise those in order to serve that makes it meaningful for us. Some people will just give money. And you know, someone that's coming from down here, by the way, will look at someone that does that. Let's say Bono from U2 or Bill Gates or Warren Buffett. And they will say, yeah, well, if I had that much money, of course I'd give some money. Or you know, if I had all the time that they've got, I mean, do they have to work? Of course they don't. Then I would. Very cynical place to be. But often, if you understand these so-called successful individuals, they started giving way before that they were known, and maybe that's one of the reasons why they're successful. So time, we've all got time. How can we give time? Sometimes I'm not going to give money, I'm going to give time. Or expertise, your expertise, how could you give that? Where could you give that? Or energy and effort. So giving when someone's not very happy, you know, giving love. When someone is sad, then cheering them up, giving that energy, your energy, to make a difference in their lives. And before I come off of this, there's a big S and a little s. Both are important, but when we talk about giving back, when we talk about contributing, when we talk about service, serving, we often think about the big S. But every day there's a chance to make a difference in someone's life. Small difference. Someone's not very happy, you cheer them up. Someone's just had a really bad experience and you put your arm around them and you show them some kind of affection and love. I mean, there's many ways, multiple ways of giving back every single day. So that's giving. Now the last one is a virtue, and it's, as I said, one of the virtue of all virtues, and that's the power of gratitude. The power of gratitude. So here we have lack or luck, and it really comes from this quote here. Worry is the opposite of gratitude. It is the failure to understand that you have been and will continue to be provided for each day. Now, someone that's coming from lack is very much coming from the world's a bad place, everything happens to me, focus on problems, focus on difficulties. I mean, you could take this person to a beautiful place and they'll find something that's wrong with it. You know, they're the mood hoovers, the energy vampires, that suck the energy out of us. Whereas this end up here is about luck, that I feel lucky that the world or the universe or God or whatever word works for you is taking care of me and supporting me. It's a place which is devoid of fear. It's a place of faith, absolute faith. And so here is real gratitude for everything that I have in my life. Down here tends to be a focus on everything that's not in my life, right? So how can we improve in this area? Well, 3 things. Firstly, get yourself a gratitude journal if you've not done this before. And at the end of the day, think of 3 things that you're grateful for. But go beyond writing them down. Get an image of them, close your eyes, get an image of them and get the feeling, and then get that feeling, let that feeling drop into your subconscious. It's the feeling that makes the difference, not the thought. So 3 things, do that every single day. I challenge you to do that every single day. Every single day, find one person that you can appreciate, or find something about them that you can appreciate. A family member, a colleague, a worker, or someone. Just find someone or appreciate what someone's doing. And then lastly, I put the toothbrush here just to remind us that we tend to brush our teeth twice a day. It's a great time to link on a new habit of just thinking about what are you grateful about yourself. So there you can see. Now, if someone's living down this end more, I think you'll see that they won't experience many joygasms. If someone is much more at the 10 end, they're going to experience multiple joygasms, right? So here's your action. Firstly, grab a piece of paper, draw this model out and score yourself. Where are you? Are you more in one area than the other area? And then think about how you could close the gap. Think about some of the actions that I've put in here. Then take the actions, whatever actions I've put here, take the actions. There's more actions than I've put up here. And last but not least, leave me a comment if you want, or just 1 to 10. 1 being not very good, Colin didn't enjoy this. 10 being really good, Colin really enjoyed this. Give me a quick comment, I'd love to know. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Hold on, now did you enjoy that video? Well, if you did, I would like to show you how you can train your mind to perform how you want it to, so that you can break through to the next level with my advanced mind power training. It's totally free.
And you can get it by going to www.advancedmindpowertraining.com or clicking on the link below this video. I'll see you on the next video.